welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since you've seen me. We've had some, well, family drama, and we're finally coming back, getting on top of things, and we're gonna be doing a great job. So, welcome back. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I'm so glad you stopped by. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think of the videos that are down below, and let's see if we can't fight this fight together. So, years ago, I decided that I wanted to try something a little bit more healthy. So I bought a package of ground turkey. Now 30 years ago that wasn't very expensive, but if you go to buy ground turkey or ground chicken today, you're gonna pay anywhere from like $3 to $8 a pound, depending. So anyway, the turkey that I purchased, I cooked it up, made like taco meat out of it. And the first bite I took had some nasty gristle or bone or something in it. Never again. Can't do it. So I'm going to show you why I grind my own chicken and or turkey or pork. Today I'm just going to show you how I do it with chicken. And I'm going to show you how I cut it, how I trim it, so that none of those nasty things end up in my ground chicken and I know exactly what's going in there. So I didn't want to pay that much for chicken. Frequently here in Utah, we can get chicken at $1.60, $1.70 something a pound for chicken breast, boneless, skinless. And that paid for this grinder in about 4 pounds or 5 pounds of chicken that I bought and ground up myself. So I'm going to show you the process. We'll start with how I trim my chicken, what I do with the trimmings, and then how I grind it and how I package it for you. So stay tuned. You're going to learn something wonderful today. Okay, as you can see, I picked this chicken breast, boneless, skinless, up for $1.99 a pound. I'll try and show that to you just to prove it's true. Okay, now let me talk you through what I do with this chicken. Okay, like I said, I don't like gristly bits. And I don't like gross things. So, see this right here? See that right there? That is like cartilage. It doesn't do well when you eat it, it's nasty. Then this stuff right here just is full of all sorts of little veiny bits and everything, and tendons that don't translate well to yumminess. And so I trim all this stuff away, and let me show you how I do that. Okay, so there's that nasty little cartilage. I cut that off. Then I come over here to this little bit right here. See that right there? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. And I cut that off. Now, you're gonna look at that and think, oh my gosh, she's wasting so much. Well, guess what? I have 3 dogs, 4 chickens, and I also happen to have, I don't know, I think my last count was 4 cats. And all of them will eat just about anything you hand to them because they're that gross. So, all of these little bits that I don't like, I cook them up because you don't want to give raw meat to your animals because that's just mean, asking for sickness. And after I cook that up, then I give it to them after it's all cooled off, and they think it's just a delightful treat. So, it doesn't take very long to cut up a whole package of chicken, but I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to stop talking, and I'll fast forward through this so that you can see what it's like. Okay, you don't need to see my face for this part, so I'm just going to show you what happens. On your stand mixer, you put it to 2. Okay, you don't want it any higher than 2, and excuse that noise, but you're going to see how this happens. You just put the meat down the chute, and there's an auger in there that works it all out, and you have ground chicken in no time. So I will go ahead and continue doing this. One other thing you might want to think about too is when you take the time to spend this, you don't have to have a stand mixer for an attachment. You can get one of these that runs independent of a stand mixer. This is just what I had and I wanted to put it to full use. So, and there are different discs. They're the little discs, I'll show them to you. And you can do anywhere from a really fine grind to a medium grind to a coarse grind. I always do the medium grind because I like it best. I find with the fine grind on chicken or whatever, it makes it kind of pasty. And if you're looking for pate or something nasty, you're welcome to do it that way, but I'm not gonna. That's just wrong. And if you're a fan of Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, this makes you feel a little bit closer to him. It's really nice. Except this chicken, not priest. Okay, so look at all this ground chicken. And you know what's great about it? There is no fat in this. Zero fat. So, but let me show you how I package it now. Now, in my family, there are 4 people that live here. 3 of us are doing WW. So I always make dinner big enough so that we can have it for lunch the next day. We don't mind having leftovers as long as they don't last for 12 years, okay? So, I will always put this in about 2-pound packages. You can put them in a Ziploc bag and make sure there's no air in them, and then you lay them flat in your freezer, and as long as there's no air in the package, you're not gonna get any freezer burn. So, I do like a seal meal thing with mine, or I put it in those little deli food containers. I go through this so quickly that it really doesn't have a chance to burn, freezer burn. I also do pork. Like there was a big loin, about this long, for $14 the other day. And so I cut a bunch of chops out of it. I cut a roast out of it. I think I got 12 chops, or 3-pound roast, and then I did 2 pounds of ground pork. So sometimes, I know that pork has points when you cook it, but sometimes you just need that extra flavor. So I went ahead and ground to about 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of it for use in future recipes. Like my Swedish meatballs are really good if you put some pork in there as well. So I'll have to show you that sometime. I already did a video on it early on, but it was just chicken instead. I didn't include the pork. So the points will be a little bit different once we include the pork. Okay, I'm gonna show you how much I got out of this and how I packaged it, okay? Okay, as you can see, I got 2 2-pound packages out of that. But that's not all, because I have 3 more huge breasts over here that I'm going to use for a recipe a little bit later. So I always try to put some in the freezer that's frozen, and they're nice and flat, so they freeze quickly and they thaw quickly. That's pretty important when you're dealing with meat and you want to thaw it really quickly, because you forget to do it when you leave for work in the morning. Oh, yeah, I would never do that. Never. I would remember it every single time. Not. Thank you so much for joining me on my little meat grinding experience, and I hope you learned something. Really, it's not intimidating. It is so easy to do, and it saves you so much money in the long run. Thank you for joining me and watching me do all the little Sweeney Toddy grind of the chicken, and I hope that you can find ways to make this work in your life too. Thanks so much.